Hey, good evening, everybody. My name is Russ Reyes, and I am from Kilt Cork. And we are coming to you live from the H.Art Lounge here in Placerville. And I'm joined by a lovely woman I'm going to introduce you to here in a second. So hang tight with that. You guys can just look at her while I'm talking here. I'm kind of thirsty, though, if you want to pour me something. So we are got a really cool show tonight. Oh, that's good. You're a good pour. We're going to talk about some really cool stuff. First, I want to just thank everybody out there who has donated goods and clothing and bedding and all kinds of necessary stuff for the victims of the Camp Fire. It was an amazing outpouring of generosity from you out there. Follow the Kilt Cork page. And I've got a load to pick up tomorrow here in Placerville. I just want to tell you that's really much, it's appreciated so much. And it's going directly to families that have been identified by friends and by people we know and relatives who have lost things. And it's really cool. I mean, they even got them into a new place and they got furniture and all kinds of stuff. So everything that you're donating is actually going to real people who are going to be using it to help them kind of rebuild their lives. So thank you so much for that. Before I get into this just a little bit, this show, if you've been following me, this is our 14th show. And it's largely about the cool things that happen here in Placerville and Auburn and Plymouth and all the little places, Sutter Creek, all the little places that dot the Sierra foothills. And we talk to winemakers and distillers and brewers. And we've even talked to some home micro winemakers. Tonight, we've actually got more of a personality, someone who's kind of larger than life, at least in my opinion. And it's going to be great because I want to introduce Cynthia Kirk, who is a friend and a entrepreneur. Yes. And I want to welcome you to our Kilt Cork Live tonight. Cynthia's got a great story, and I'd really like her to share it with you guys and kind of hear her story, hear what she's doing, and how it kind of all ties together with this amazing and beautiful place that we call home here in the Sierra foothills. So thank you very much.
Of course. Thank you for having me. It's awesome.
Oh, absolutely.
So basically, native of California. So born and raised in Northern California, mostly my whole life. I call Placerville home since I was 12 years old. So a lot of friends and family and connections here for me. I've moved around a bit as an adult, so I'm not quite a person that stays in one place very long. If you know me well, you understand that. It's pretty common with me. I've lived all over California.
So kind of a gypsy?
Yes, a little bit of a gypsy.
That's cool.
I move around a little bit. A little bit on the East Coast, 2 years almost in Hawaii. So yes, travel is super important to me, and exploring new places, new cultures, new people. It's just, I thrive on that. So that's what feeds me. That's my energy level. So having been in the wine business now for almost 10 years, dating all the way back to Perry Creek, of course, and that's where I got my start.
Shout out to Perry Creek.
So Perry Creek, yes, you were my first. You will always be one of my favorites. I started in the wine business. It was kind of something that just happened upon me. I had no idea I was going to end up in that business. And it's been amazing. So it's taken me multiple places. It took me to Paso Robles, which I loved. It took me to Orange County. Now it took me back, brought me home to Sierra foothills this year. In all that time away, it gave me some time to formulate something I wanted to do with my life, something a little bit more than just being behind the bar, so to speak.
Right.
And I saw a need in tasting rooms and wineries and wine bars for a fun, innovative, flirty, slightly sexy product.
Let's talk about that here in a second. I kind of want to get a little bit more into what makes you tick, and kind of how did you travel all over, and how does that work in having relationships and a life and that kind of stuff?
So for me, I've kept my life pretty simple. I've definitely delved into the world of boyfriends, never delved into the world of marriage. And I've led a very free life. So what I enjoy most about life is freedom and freedom of choice. And I'm an explorer at heart, and I love to see things. And like I said, meet new people. So a lot of my life has been based around travel.
Okay.
So travel is a huge passion of mine. So outside of wine, which is one of my passions, travel is also my second passion.
So like, where have you been?
Well, I've been all over the world.
Like how many countries?
I've been to 45.
45 countries. That's
counting.
Pretty amazing.
Yes. So it was something I definitely made a priority in my life. It came with sacrifice. It always does. But the sacrifices were well worth it. So I've been lucky. I've been a very lucky lady. I've been able to do and follow my passions and my heart because I've chosen that path for me. Some of my favorite countries, Argentina, Chile, New Zealand, Australia.
Those are all wine countries.
Croatia, Italy, Spain. Yes, there's a theme here. So everywhere I go, I find wine, even if there's not wine. I found wine in Thailand. I found wine in Vietnam. I made wine my priority wherever I went.
That's so cool.
So I found wine. But what I also found was amazing people, beautiful countries, fantastic cultures, and it just feeds my soul. So when you talk to somebody, everybody has a passion in life. And for me, it's travel. It literally feeds my soul. It's my being. It's who I am. And it's something I never want to end. And it's a very important part of me. And it's an integral piece of my life. Mm-hmm. My dream trip is South Africa. So that is where I want to go. Ooh, so bad.
So hear that? Anyone watching from South Africa, if you've got
Please, I so want to go to South Africa. I want to explore the Stellenbosch wine region. It's amazing. Pinotage and all the other amazing varietals coming out of there. I just am passionate about wine.
Love Pinotage.
Yes.
So we have some people saying hi out there. Jeremy says hi. Debbie says hi. Let's see. Who else is out there that's saying hi to you? We've got Jody Lynn, Michael and Beverly. So a lot of people out there saying hi to you tonight.
Good.
Yeah. So
I appreciate the support. I am anybody that knows me knows I love people. I've had front of house jobs my whole life. Yeah. So my whole life has always been in front of the public, in front of people, and I'm passionate about people as much as travel. And I like to marry the two together.
Yeah.
And I feel like everything I've accomplished in my life up to this point has been to bring me to where I am today.
Very cool. Yeah, Cynthia is definitely a people person. I met her the same day I met another friend who's watching right now, Jimmy. And it's funny how things happen. You just connect. I mean, we connected instantly, connected with Jeremy instantly. You didn't know Jeremy that day either.
No, I'd never met either.
Yeah. So that's a shout out to Jeremy.
It was actually at Perry Creek.
It was at Perry Creek. So, and I was with Debbie Torres. So About Town Deb and I were out and we met existential wine guy, Jeremy Marin, at the same time as we met you. So it's kind of cool how all these connections happen.
Right.
And I'm feeling like that's kind of what Kilt Cork is doing. It's really connecting a lot of different people. And I'm kind of proud of that. So I'm glad that you're here.
Thank you.
Again, I'm sitting with Cynthia Kirk, who is the entrepreneur, businesswoman, world traveler behind naughtywineaccessories.com. So I'm going to give that a shout out right now, but we'll talk about that here in a second some more. So I'm going to touch on something. You said that you ventured into the boyfriend country, but so that's not one of the things that you're not into.
So
that
no,
right now.
I mean, no, at the moment I'm happily and gratefully single. So I'm accepting applications for positions. So please feel free to apply.
Apply at naughtywineaccessories.com. I don't want to be overwhelmed.
Right? You must love wine. You must love travel. And of course, you must love me.
There you go.
Those
so
are
there, if you can meet those criteria out there, guys,
yes,
she's accepting applications, and it's a strict and very hard application process.
It is.
Yeah, hard, no pun intended. But
yes,
anyways,
no pun intended.
So so someone just asked, are you? If you have questions for Cynthia, please feel free to ask them. But someone just asked, are you at any wineries right now?
Yes, actually. So when I moved back to the area, I recently accepted a position at H.Art, amazing winery up on Carson Road. Love them, love the owners. It's been a great experience. I'm still young there, being there 2.5 months, but I embrace them. Their wines are fantastic, some of the best in the Sierra foothills. So I encourage you to come visit. I'm there Friday through Sundays. So please come see. If not, we're open 7 days a week, 11 to 5.
Shout out to H.Art. And again, really one of the originals up here. So it's kind of cool that
32 years they've owned that winery. So
let's talk a little bit about being a woman entrepreneur. How did you come up with this idea? What made you say, I want to do this and I want to make this product a reality?
So it's been a labor of love. Okay. It's been over 2 years, just about in the making. I always had a dream of wanting to do something different. Obviously, this is different. Obviously, this is fun.
Obviously. Very good pour, by the way.
It's something that embraces me and my personality. And I just went for it.
Okay.
I mean, in life, sometimes you just have to go for things. And when your heart says do it,
Yep.
you need to do it. Don't let anything stop you. Don't let anybody stand in your way. There always will be naysayers, because there is.
There is always.
There'll always be negative people, because there is.
Mm-hmm.
But you need to focus on the positive. And if your soul and heart believes it, then it'll be successful. And for me, it was just about wanting to make people happy, because my whole career in life has always been about making people smile or making them happy and making them remember,
right?
Like giving them a memorable experience. And this obviously, hopefully, will do just that trick.
I'm thinking it's something that is definitely memorable, but I can't even speak anymore. Memorable.
Yes.
And you know, I feel, you know, very much attached to what you said, because that's kind of what I did with the whole Kilt Cork thing. So I totally understand with this. You just jumped and you did it.
Yes.
Except this is a lot more investment for you in what you're doing than what I did. I mean, I just, you know, have to go out and talk to people.
Right.
You actually had to have something designed, created, manufactured, and delivered.
Yes.
So how does that work? I mean, how did you do that?
So it's been a big, huge learning curve for me. So never being a business owner before, never having done this ever before, I put my blind faith into a lot of people. I had very integral people help me through this process step by step. First of all, my designer, who was amazing, found him on a website, which is fantastic.
Wow, very cool.
He guided me a lot of ways during this process and enlightened me to the ways of business. So without him, I would be nothing, actually, quite honestly, today. He really helped me a lot. And also my friends and family. So when you have the support of the people closest to you in your life, when things get rough or hard, or you want to quit, or you're frustrated, or you want to just stay in bed all day and not get up, because sometimes that's easier, you just have to get up and do it. You know, no one's going to do it for you. So in life, no one's going to make your life the way you want it to be, but you.
Right.
Nobody. It doesn't matter who they are. Not your friends or family. They'll support you, but you still have to be the one to go out and do it yourself.
So that sounds like,
learned all of that.
If I was to ask you, I think we talked about this before, what advice would you give a young woman out there who is looking at this, looking at you and saying, wow, that's kind of cool that she did this? What advice would you offer them, that young woman, in pursuing something like this, or just living her life like this?
Right. I would say always follow your heart, because at the end of the day, the heart never lies. Sometimes our mind likes to override what the heart feels, but don't let it happen. I've been victim to that. Try not to let that happen. If you follow your heart and your true path in life and your dreams, they will come true. And start small. It doesn't have to be big. Just make a list. I'm a lister. I have to have a to-do list almost every day of my life to get anything done. And I love checking it off. I feel this sense of accomplishment. Like, oh, I did that. Oh, I did this. Oh, I did that. And I literally did that with this business. Do this today. Do that today. Maybe I didn't get anything done for a week.
Sure.
But it happened. And I made that list and I held myself accountable, because if you don't hold yourself accountable, nobody will.
Right.
So you have to be diligent with yourself and be passionate. You have to have passion for what you're doing.
Right.
If you're just doing it for the wrong reasons, it won't work. If you have a passion behind it and a vision, then it will work. And that's the best advice I can give. Stick to your guns. Never let anybody tell you no, that you can't do something. Never let anybody put you down. And stay strong and stay focused. Focus is your most integral part of life. And people that might be here today could be gone tomorrow, but you're always going to be here. You are always going to be you. That's
good advice. And there's so many success stories out there that they followed that exact advice, you know, athletes and actors and singers who are always told, you know, you can't do this, you can't do that. And I think you're a living example of what happens when you do that. Yes. So you said, you know, start small. Can I see this real quick?
Yes.
That's, in case you can't see, I don't know if you can see that on camera. That's what we're talking about. She is the designer and owner of Naughty Wine Accessories. And this is
that's the original penis pourer.
Original penis pourer.
I can say penis. It doesn't make me shy. Nope. It doesn't make me embarrassed. Penis is a wonderful thing. So we all like it. We all embrace it. So I'm not going to be shy about it.
There you go.
I literally made it because I wanted it for myself. That's really the bottom line of this. It didn't exist. I wanted something like that. And I said, you know what? I'm going to do it. And if anybody can do it, I can.
And you did it.
That's why I did it.
So you've taken this, I mean, the original guy, I guess we'll call him a guy.
The OG.
The OG. He's traveled quite a bit around, and while she was promoting this product, and that's how I met you, and saw the product and held it. And it's actually pretty heavy. It's very accurate, but it's stainless steel, right? It's like
it's 100% stainless steel. It's very durable, dishwasher safe. You can't hurt this guy.
You can't.
I wanted to make something classy, not trashy. So my goal was to make classy. Yep. There's enough trashy stuff out there, and I agree. And that's cool. If that's fine. I don't disagree with that either. But in the wine business, I wanted to take it a little bit different level, and I wanted to create a niche market, something fun. I wanted to make wine less pretentious. I wanted to make it fun. I wanted to make it flirty, and I wanted to make it sexy, quite honestly. And I wanted to make people smile, and I haven't had one person that hasn't smiled at the sight of that.
It's funny, guys. And if you have like you said, make wine less pretentious. So I think someone needs to have a bottle of Screaming Eagle with this pour on it, and then post that on Instagram for us.
Yes.
Hashtag penis pour, hashtag naughty wine accessories, because that would be amazing. That would be really amazing. Yes. So these are obviously good for stocking stuffers. Christmas is right around the corner. Bachelorette parties. I know you've got a lot of interest. A lot of places are going to be purchasing this to pour in their own tasting room.
I've had an amazing support from the gay community. It's been an outpouring of love, and I'm super happy about that. They're fantastic, wonderful people. I have so many friends in that community, and I just love them dearly. And to be able to make something that appeals to a huge, wide audience, which I think this does.
I think it does too.
Is fun, and it's unique, and like I said, it's just something that I wanted people just to smile, quite honestly. Yeah. And I wanted wine to bring. I don't care if it's a $2 bottle or $100 bottle. It all pours out the same.
It does. Cheers to that.
Cheers.
Well, Cynthia, thank you so much. I really appreciate you being here and talking. And I want to bring someone else on here. I know we're running a little bit late. I've got a few more minutes, but we are at the H.Art Lounge here in Placerville. And it has been here, I think, for 5 years. But StefaNia, can you come over here? She is absolutely beautiful and a doll, and we love her. And her and Cynthia connected instantly. I think I was talking to Cynthia, and I said, "You got to go down and talk to StefaNia." Yep. And you've got a beautiful place here. I think we want to say thank you for being in Placerville and bringing Placerville a little bit of a different type of a lounge, a little edgy vibe. Yeah, I mean, this county's known for not being that edgy, and
it's not that edgy.
I think we're bringing some edge, a little bit edge, but
all around edge. But then we got edged out. Too much edge.
But thank you though for being here and.
It was my pleasure. It was my pleasure to try something new. I too, like Cynthia, San Francisco, born and bred, grew up in Europe, have been to probably about 45 countries and lived in most of them. And to end up here and wanting to bring that sense of culture here to this small town, because I had a baby and raising a son late in life, I just, like she said, I gave it my all. I didn't let anybody tell me that I couldn't until I can't.
Right. But I think the point is you did it. Right?
I did it. And I lasted 5 years, and they told me that I wouldn't last one. So the fact that I've been here 5 years and I've had tremendous support from a very small niche community, which was really, really lovely. And now I hope to find a new adventure doing something new and creative somewhere else.
Well, I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will. Definitely. You think she will too.
Oh, yes.
That's women like you two will be successful no matter what. Yeah, exactly. You might. So you guys, I really appreciate you tuning in this week. I just have a couple more things to talk about real quick. And if you have any questions for either StefaNia or Cynthia, make sure you get them in here in these last couple of minutes. But we aren't going to have a show next week because it's going to be Thanksgiving. So I think all of us will be spending time with family. And I really think for me and family, and I'm sure everyone here, we hope you have a great Thanksgiving, a safe Thanksgiving,
smoke free,
and we definitely pray for the people that are up there that are going to be having a different kind of Thanksgiving this year. But if you have
A Thanksgiving full of wine.
exactly.
It will make everybody smile.
That's right.
Yeah.
And speaking of making people smile, we are going to announce our next house party takeover, which we are going to do on the 30th of November. So look for that online and then you'll know how to enter. But it's going to be kind of cool. It's going to be a traditional holiday cookie exchange because I like sweets
cookies.
and cookies. So,
That sounds lovely.
and we're going to have Le Mulet Rouge, which is a wine tasting room down in Amadors in Sutter Creek. They're going to be bringing actually all three winemakers. So we're going to see Jody, Tracy, and Randy are going to come down and say hi, and they're going to bring lots of bubbles and wine. So it's going to be a good time. So make sure you look that. And I think that's really about it for that. But Cynthia, any closing thoughts or anything you want to tell people out there?
Just please, if you are inspired or if you're interested, if this makes you laugh,
Go to naughtywineaccessories.com.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I will be selling probably
by Tuesday.
by Tuesday.
By Tuesday, you guys are going to be
Wednesday. I should go
Yes.
live.
And you
be
can
able
still
to
come
sell.
into Heart Lounge until the 30th
Till the
and watch
30th.
it pour in the process.
Yes,
We're pouring
you'll
it
get a
here.
live
Live
action
shots.
shot.
Need a shot.
They're
Yes.
almost better than anything.
There you
To
go.
see it is to believe it.
Exactly.
I just
So
appreciate support from everybody, from you, of course.
Absolutely.
From you, because you're amazing.
Thank you.
It's been a great ride, and having known both of you not even that long, it's just an amazing experience to meet great people.
well, thank
and
you.
you know when you connect instantly, and
Yeah.
I know that we both did.
Well,
This
thank
Russ
you.
connection formed this instant connection, and this
Yes.
looks like it's going somewhere.
It does.
Oh, yes.
It's I love connecting
yeah.
It will
people.
continue.
So if you want to connect, I know that's a great segue. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, please. Follow me on Instagram. Also, be sure to like us on Facebook. It's really important that you know what we're doing, and follow Cynthia as well. She's on Instagram. She's got a great Instagram feed.
Mhm.
So
A lot of fun.
at Naughty Wine Accessories, and there's some video you can see of the action pour itself.
Oh yeah.
And
I did forget to mention,
oh,
it
yeah.
actually pours hard liquor too. So
oh, that's
don't
right.
forget.
Just not wine.
It's not just wine.
Yeah,
it's
it's
your hard
everything.
liquor best friend too.
It is.
And perhaps olive oil.
Perhaps olive oil. It's all
Perhaps
purpose.
olive oil.
Yes.
It's a multi-purpose penis.
Well, you guys, thank you very much for joining us tonight. You can
Thank
check us
you.
out online. And Cynthia, thank you so much. I
Thank
really
you, of
appreciate it. And
course.
StefaNia, thank you so much
Thank
for
you
being
so
here.
much, Russ.
Mwah.
I appreciate that.
You guys have a good
Thank
night.
you.
Be safe. Have a happy
Have a good
Thanksgiving.
night. Happy
Cheers.
Thanksgiving. Cheers.